Oh shit. There is. What the fuck? Oh my god. SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown is happening currently. I forgot about that shit. There's like a tag team championship match. Okay, anyway, so we got the fucking we got the motherfucking match card. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna switch back. I just whole time plot twist. I just like clicking back and forth. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just like clicking back and forth. All right. Here we go. So we got the SummerSlam match card. Okay. Now I don't know if I don't think okay no this is definitely not set in order, but I think it's like 7 matches on this card. So I'm gonna give y'all my 7 match predictions for WWE SummerSlam and listen, I'm going at least at the bare minimum 5 or 7 at the bare minimum. Okay, we got the first match, the WWE for the W. It's not okay. No, actually I'm gonna give the predictions from the way I think the match card is going to lay out. Like who I think is going to open the match versus who I think is going to close the match, who's going to be in the middle of the match. I'm going to do it all, right? I think to open the night, we're going to get Logan Paul versus LA Knight. I think they're going to open. I really do. I'm going to cut to the chase. It's been a great feud. But that title coming home with Knight, that title, I think it's time. I think, it's time. Knight has to come home. Knight has to go back. On Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, he's on SmackDown, so he has to come back that Friday after SummerSlam with that U.S. title draped over his shoulder. Yeah, he's gonna walk into SummerSlam. Yeah, he's gonna pin Logan Paul. Yeah, cleanly. Yeah, he's gonna fuck the shenanigans. Yeah, and the crowd's gonna go crazy. Dude, L.A. Knight, it's his time. You know, because they've given him the chances. Obviously, they believe in the guy. He had a match with Roman. He actually had 2 matches with Roman, I think, for the championship. I want to say they had a 1-on-1 match, and I also want to say he was in that Fatal 4-Way match. So I mean, and they burned the house down with him and AJ Styles. They gave him not 1 but 2 Money in the Bank matches in back-to-back years. I wholeheartedly think that if not tonight, if not tomorrow night, I think the window for LA Knight closes and he'll never be the same ever again. Dude, he's hot. He's as hot as ever. He was literally hot as fuck last year, lost his hype, and gained that shit back. He's a generational superstar. I don't care if he's in his 40s. Put a title on this guy, put a belt on this guy, strap him to a fucking rocket, and send him to the moon of the main of the main event mid-card scene. Like send that guy to the fucking moon. And then at some point you can give it to Carmelo Hayes, and then you could have Carmelo Hayes as U.S. champion, you could have Bron Breakker as Intercontinental champion. That's a spoiler, but dude, honest to God, man, for right now it's LA Knight's time. Put a title on this guy and send bro to the fucking stratosphere. No questions asked. Next match, who do I think is going to be the second match? They're not going to do 2 mid-card titles back to back. I think it's going to be a women's match. And if there was a women's match that is going to like not open the show, but like be the second match on the card, it's probably going to be the women's championship match, Bayley versus Nia Jax. In this one, dude, I'm 50-50 torn on. I really I'm 50-50 torn on it for one reason only. Because of Tiffany fucking Stratton. So here's the thing. Nia Jax came back. And Nia Jax has been on a cataclysmic run. Like, she's just been destroying people. She looks like a world eater. She's safer in the ring. She's doing her shit. She's killing it. Wholehearted. She's fucking killing it. So I want to say Nia Jax because I want to think that the WWE is actually going to like reward her for how good she has been, for the fact that she's come in and changed her game completely as a superstar. I in my heart of hearts want to say Nia Jax. But I know if I say Nia Jax, in the back of my mind, I think Tiffany Stratton will cash in on her that night. And the issue with it is, I don't want to see Tiffany Stratton cash in so fast. I want to see her with the bedazzled pink briefcase. I want to see it. I want to see Tiffy time. I want to see it. I want to see Tiffy in the bank. It makes so much sense. Tiffy in the bank makes so much sense. I don't want to see Tiffany Stratton only hold it for a month because that means we have to go, 10 months without a Money in the Bank briefcase on television? I don't want to see it. But I also don't want Nia Jax to not get her crowning moment. Queen of the Ring was cool, but Nia Jax deserves this moment. Like I'm not invested in her as a champion or as a superstar. She's not my kind of superstar, but I will admit, one of the best spots she had was crushing Lyra Valkyria's chest at Queen of the Ring. Like, That was a crazy move. But I'm looking at the card. I'm looking at the card. I'm gonna spoil it for you right now. I got about a 50-50 split of championships changing, and I think this may be one of the championships changing. If I were to bet on championship changes 50-50, there's 7 matches on the card. 6 of them are championship matches. I think 3 of them will change. 3 of them won't change. If I had to pick one of the 3 to change, this is changing hands to Nia Jax. The only issue is I have a feeling, not a strong one, and I'll explain why later, but I have a feeling Tiffany Stratton may cash in. It's not a very strong one because of what else may happen tonight, like tomorrow night, or whenever you're watching this, whatever's going to happen on that night. But I do think Nia Jax is going to win, and I wouldn't be shocked if Tiffany Stratton cashes in. But I got official prediction, I got Nia Jax. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right, cool. Now, this is where it begins to get tough. Because I realized I had said that I think Logan Paul and LA Knight's going to open the show. But I'm looking at the match card and I'm realizing they have about like 3 different main event matches. And they do this thing where they do co-main event, co-main event. That's fucking stupid. Honestly, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with Seth Rollins as special guest referee may open the show. And that match I'm just as torn on as fucking Nia Jax beating Bayley. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, holy fuck, like that, because these guys will be embroiled in some storyline, the 3 of these guys, for the until WrestleMania, at least until WrestleMania. I really do think so. You don't need a title on this. And okay, I'm going to get to that last. Fuck going how I think the match card is going to break down, because there's so many things I have to talk about that in that match that relates to that match. And the biggest thing that relates to that match is Damian Priest versus Gunther. Because if you remember, at Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins said if he loses, he will not challenge for that World Heavyweight title until Damian Priest drops the title. My understanding of that is the minute Damian Priest drops it, Seth Rollins is going to try to insert himself back into the main event scene with the World Heavyweight title. So we're going to talk about the Damian Priest-Gunther match. And I'm going to cut it simple. I'm tripping. I'm going to cut it simple. Not going to lie to you. I think Damian Priest is retaining, man. I think Damian Priest is retaining. And I think, call me crazy. Maybe I'm fantasy booking like a motherfucker here. But call me crazy when I say this. Damian Priest wins. He gets his crowning moment at a big pay-per-view. Like, obviously, he won at WrestleMania, but it was a cash-in. He didn't have a full match. I think he gets his full match with the ring general Gunther. I think he goes out there and I think he has a barnhouse burner of a match with Gunther, because Gunther can listen. Gunther can run the ropes, man. He's fucking good. Damian Priest, he's growing on a lot of fans right now. I think they give him his big win. And then I honestly think, because listen, you got Bash of Berlin at the end of this month anyways. I think Gunther could win it in Berlin, and it could literally be Gunther's Mania. Like, I think it really could be. So, for that reason alone, I'm going to say Damian Priest is going to win this match. I don't know if anyone interferes. I really don't. I could see I could see a backstage segment where it's like how they do the, superstars entering when the camera follows them. I can see you get one of Damian Priest where he's telling, Finn Balor, JD, Carlito, Dom, Rhea to stay out of the match or whatever, and he walks out, and, maybe in the match Finn Balor comes out. Doesn't cost him the match, but, Damian's like, dude, I told you to stay in the back. I could honestly see it where it's like Damian comes out, he wins cleanly. Finn Balor does come out to kind of help him. Doesn't cost him the match, but comes out to help him. And Damian Priest is like, I told you, you can't pick up on a little bit of audio. I told you guys to stay in the back. The issue with this is Damian Priest is like on the cusp of a face turn. He really is. So I could see Finn Balor going like, we're boys. Like, don't talk, like we're boys. You know what I mean? Like pushes him a little bit. Like, we're boys. Like, calm down. Damian Priest is like, you just push me? Maybe push him back. And then I think Finn Balor may be the one not to turn heel, but he may be the one to turn heel again on his stablemates and go like, dude, I helped you. And then we may get, but see, I don't know, man, because I want Finn Balor to get another world. Maybe, dude, I'm fantasy booking. I don't know, but Listen. If there's a guy on this planet I trust, it's Trips. But I'm predicting Priest to win. I think Gunther can win in Bash in Berlin, and then you can. It's unfortunate because I want to see Finn Balor versus Damian Priest for a title, but you can have Damian Priest and Balor later on down the line as well. Like at a Bad Blood would make so much sense. At a Bad Blood would make so much sense. It's in October. You have time to literally build the feud. That would make sense to me. So with that being said, now we're going to talk about CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with Seth Rollins. With Damian Priest winning and holding on to this title, which would mean Seth Rollins subsequently can't challenge for the World Heavyweight title, I think that will keep them embroiled in this 3-man feud. You know what I mean? You give it some more time to really cook in the pot, for example. Now, as far as who the fuck's going to win this match, literally, you could flip a coin and whatever it lands on, you could probably get that shit right. Because for whatever reason, WWE, they've been loving the cuckening of Drew McIntyre. Like, they gave him the world title at WrestleMania, he lost it. And he lost it he was like champion for like, what was it, like 5 minutes? He lost it at WrestleMania. Clash at the Castle, hometown, CM Punk screws him. Fucking, I want to say at some point, like, Drew McIntyre, he's gotten his revenge. You know, he has the bracelet and all that. Honestly, I think I could see a world where they cuck Drew again. I really do. I see it, man. I see a world where they cuck Drew again. Because like I was watching Stash Club, and they were like, this is CM Punk's like first one-on-one match since returning. And they were like, it's like, are you gonna have CM Punk lose his first one-on-one match since returning to WWE? I don't know. But at the same time, are you gonna keep cucking Drew McIntyre? That's what it is. Do you want Punk to lose his first one-on-one match? I think the only way you can have CM Punk lose his one-on-one match with Drew McIntyre is if Seth Rollins literally costs him the match. Because people forget that had Punk not been injured, we would probably just be seeing Seth Rollins versus CM Punk right now. And Drew McIntyre would more than likely, currently, be the World Heavyweight Champion going up against Gunther. Like, people forget about this, but like, Punk getting injured swerved a whole lot of shit. Like, this card would have been way different had Punk not got injured. I think the end result is still Punk to Seth Rollins. Whether it's Punk to Seth Rollins with Punk as a champion or not, I have no idea. But I want to say, I'm going to go Drew McIntyre wins this. Solely because the WWE, they had a blood feud already with Punk and Seth. They, kayfabe didn't like each other. I don't know if they like each other in real life either. Like, I don't think they're buddy. So I'm wholeheartedly going to say Drew McIntyre wins this match. Seth Rollins costs CM Punk the match. That way, because now you can kind of drag it on. Now Drew McIntyre has the win over CM Punk and also still has the bracelet of CM Punk. CM Punk is now the guy in the middle here. Now he can go for Drew McIntyre to get his rematch and get his bracelet. But I didn't forget about Seth Rollins. You cost me the match. I gotta go for you too. That's 2 pay-per-views right there. Maybe not Bash of Berlin, but that's one at Bad Blood and that's one at what? Maybe War Games. Maybe. That's some good shit. That's some good cinema right there. So I got Drew McIntyre winning. So far what do we got? We got motherfucking I got LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, and Damian Priest. That's crazy. That may be the craziest set of predictions I've seen. Like since I've between Santi and Stash Club, I may have some crazy ass fucking predictions. I'm not gonna lie to you. Next up, we're gonna discuss the IC title match. I guess we're gonna go there. Sami Zayn versus Bron Breakker. Why the fuck does Bron Breakker have a WWE logo beside his name? That's weird. It says Bron Breakker WWE. But anyways, I'm gonna keep this one short and simple. It's Bron Breakker. I mean, he got that dog in him. I want to see this man destroy Sami Zayn. I'm not saying I want to see him destroy Sami Zayn like Brock Lesnar did Kofi in like a couple of seconds. I want to see him have an actual match. But I want to see Bron Breakker break this man in half. Like, no pun intended. I want to see him break this man in half. Like, and I want to see Sami Zayn like power up. I want to see Sami Zayn Hogan up again. And I want to see that. I want to see him midway through Hogan up. Like Like, he's hulking up. He's about to hit the haluva kick. He's in the back of the ring. I mean, he's in the back of the corner. He throws his hands up. Bron Breakker's in the corner. You see Sami Zayn. He's running to the opposite corner. And I just want to see Bron Breakker just run through that man with a spear. Like, I want to see Bron Breakker destroy Sami Zayn. Like, I want to see it happen. He got that dog in him. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, because I will say, to go from an unbeatable force in Gunther to what seems like an unbeatable force in Sami Zayn to a literal unbeatable force in Bron Breakker, the IC title has not been on a better run in recent history. I mean, this is a generational run for the IC title, and I think Bron Breakker is bringing that title home, and I think he's going to be a world eater. The only thing with this is, when you put this title on Bron Breakker, it's just like LA Knight. He has to come out on Monday Night Raw. You got to be ready to put the rocket on him and shoot this man into the fucking stratosphere. I don't want to see him come out on Monday Night Raw and just go on this what's been the norm for Bron Breakker. Like, I don't want to see them go out and put Bron Breakker against fucking I don't know, create a character 5. Like, don't give me that. I don't want that. I don't want superstar to get fucking, speared by Bron Breakker in 15 seconds and the match is over with. I want to see him have banger matches with maybe a Gunther. If Gunther doesn't win, though, because he never got a rematch for his title. But I want to see him with Ilya Dragunov. Do not put the title on Bron Breakker and then have Bron Breakker go out and fucking fight guys who are effectively having matches in bingo halls, right? I want to see if I don't know what the Monday Night Raw mid card looks like, but you got Ilya Dragunov, you got Chad Gable. I don't know what they're gonna do with the Wyatt Six, but you got it there. You got some guys. You got to do right by Bron Breakker. You put this title on him. You have to. You may give him, you can give him a rematch with Sami Zayn as well later on down the line. But I feel like this is the match for Bron Breakker to win at SummerSlam. Crown the future of the WWE. Like, you have to. I mean, we know Ilya Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes, Bron Breakker, Tiffany Stratton are gonna all be the NXT call-ups to lead the WWE. You already put the briefcase on Tiffy. Go ahead and put the title on Bron. At some point in time, I'm pretty sure Carmelo Hayes is gonna take the title off LA Knight, and Ilya Dragunov is just gonna be there, ready to strike at somebody, because that's just who the Mad Dragon is. But I got Bron Breakker winning this match. Next match we just got the last 2 matches. I think I've done all the others. We got Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Talk about a 50-50. I mean, listen, I love this. I love this. As a wrestling fan, I love this because there are so many people and so many matches on this 7-match card that can get involved to either help or cause somebody. Like, it's crazy. Like, we just talked about Seth Rollins with CM Punk and Drew. We just talked about Damian Priest and Gunther with Finn Balor. We just talked about Tiffany Stratton with Bayley and Nia Jax. And I'm about to talk about Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley with Dominik Mysterio. And honestly, also potentially Finn Balor and JD McDonough. Like, you cannot forget that Liv got these guys the tag titles. I mean, like, you cannot forget that. This is another one of those matches where it's like, I could look at this and I could say it could be literally any of them. Like, I don't know. They did the whole thing on Raw like 2 weeks ago with like Dom saying no, I love Rhea Ripley. I am, Rhea Ripley is mommy. I'm with Rhea Ripley. That could be a swerve. We know he's the modern day Eddie Guerrero. Rest in peace. We know he's the modern day Eddie Guerrero. Like that. That's what we are all expecting, anyways. We're expecting him to be that. Honestly, man, I don't know which way they go, because at first, I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, like when it first happened, when they said that, I was like, Rhea Ripley's gonna turn on Dominik. Like, that's what's like. I was like, Rhea Ripley's gonna win. Dominik's gonna go to celebrate with her, and she's gonna hit that nigga with a riptide. That's what I thought was gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fast forward, get some vignettes. You get that Rhea Ripley. She does that post in like black and white. I honestly have no idea. Couldn't tell you. But I'm gonna say, if I'm a betting man, if you were putting your house on the line, I'm gonna say Liv Morgan. I just think, like, storytelling, like everyone's been saying, like, if Rhea wins, that's it. Like, if Rhea wins, that's the story. Like, there is no, like, because this is her revenge tour. This is Liv Morgan's revenge tour. I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Another? What are you going on tour again if you lose? Fuck no. So it's like, I just feel like Liv has to win this. I mean, she has to win. I mean, now how she wins, I don't know. If she wins with the help of not Damian Priest, of JD McDonough, Finn Balor in the Judgment Day, or if she wins from help of Dominik Mysterio, I honestly have no idea. I just see a world where you're going to have some formality, some way, shape, or form. You're going to have Liv Morgan walking out as champion still. I think, once again, if Damian Priest is on the cusp of a face turn, I think internally in the building, Rhea Ripley is a face as well, even though she still does heelish shit like Damian Priest does. I feel like, man, like, it sucks. Because everybody, listen, if you know me in real life, you know I love me some Rhea Ripley. God! Listen, you know I love me some Rhea Ripley. But I'm going to be honest. Liv Morgan has to win this match. And then the last one, Cody Rhodes, Solo Sikoa. Cody Rhodes is winning. That's it. Cody Rhodes is winning. No one is excited for this match. Everyone's excited for what's going to happen after the match. Everyone. And listen, I was listening to Stash Club today on my lunch break, right? Dude, Dante was cooking. With his prediction. He was like, imagine Cody Rhodes wins. And they do that little thing at the bottom, the little copyright thing where the camera zooms out of the stage. And everyone's expecting you hear Tribal Chief music. Imagine Cody Rhodes wins. He beats Solo. The issue with this is, like, is Cody really going... This is the tough part. If Cody pins Solo clean, the whole Bloodline 2.0 was like, losses matter. If Cody pins Solo clean, that just isn't a good look for Solo. Because the question's going to be, well, where the hell was Tama Tonga? Where was Tonga Loa? Where was Jacob Fatu? Like, if Cody just walks out there and he just pins Solo clean, it's like, losses matter in this new Bloodline. And you just fucking lost. Like, that's the only issue with that. But I'm not going to talk myself into saying Solo Sikoa is going to win. I think Cody Rhodes is going to win in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know how Triple H is going to justify the Bloodline losing, especially if right now, like if I turn my TV on right now and I check and see and fucking I don't even know who's in the triple threat in the tag team. I don't know if it's Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu or whoever. I think it's Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. If I were to turn my TV on right now and I don't see them holding tag team titles, I don't know how you lose two big matches in the Bloodline 2.0 back to back. Unless right now as we speak, because SmackDown is a 2-hour show, unless right now as we speak, as we're talking, Jimmy Uso has returned and has cost Bloodline 2.0, and tomorrow, you think we're going to get Roman tomorrow, and we get fucking like, we get The Rock. The Rock's music hits. And everyone goes, damn. And then you got Cody Rhodes staring down with The Rock. And you think it's about to go down. You know what I mean? The Rock is doing his thing. Hold on. Let me paint y'all the picture real quick. The Rock comes out, right? Belt in one hand. You know, final boss of The Rock, he come out, he got his belt in one hand, right? Not the People's Championship belt. He got People's Championship belt around it over his shoulder, right? He has a normal belt in his hand. He's staring down at Cody Rhodes. You know it's about to go down. Cody Rhodes, you know, he may be painted red this match because of Bloodline. So Cody Rhodes, he's painted red. Cody Rhodes is ready for war. They about to go at it. You think they about to go at it, right? Everyone's like, damn, The Rock just returned. What the fuck is going on? Roman Reigns music hits. And Roman Reigns, he walking out. But he's just not alone. The returning Jimmy Uso from Friday Night SmackDown is sitting right beside Roman Reigns. Who on the other side of him? It's the wise man, Paul Heyman. And then The Rock turns around. Roman make his way down the ring. You might think Roman finna look at Cody Rhodes. He won his title back. No. He gonna look at The Rock. He gonna be like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Oos? I know he don't say it, but I'm just saying, like, you know, he gonna be like, what are you doing, Oos? This was me. I was the Tribal Chief. I want my rematch. You acknowledged me. You know what I mean? And then that could set up for like a for like a Rock versus Roman winner faces Cody. Then what you could honestly do, you could do New Bloodline versus Old Bloodline Survivor Series War Games. Then you could do The Rock versus Roman at Royal Rumble. Winner, no, you can't do that. Because the winner of the... Yeah, you can. You can do The Rock versus Roman. Winner faces Cody at WrestleMania. And just have a Raw superstar win the Royal Rumble to go on to face whoever's the world champion. But then you might say, well, what happens in Elimination Chamber? What do you do then? Oh, just have a fucking Raw superstar win. It's a fucking triple threat. I don't fucking know. But we got to get to a point where you have Rock versus Roman to see who's going to face Cody. You feel me? And then, at that very moment, I think Cody Rhodes could lose the title to like a Rock. And then we could get a Rock versus Roman at like next year's SummerSlam. If I was Triple H. Because here's the issue with Cody Rhodes' title reign. We know that if it's not the Bloodline, it's nobody. It's going to be the Bloodline who's going to be the one that calls Cody Rhodes this match. It just is. So to some capacity, calls him his title. So to some capacity, whether it's Rock, whether it's Roman, whether it's Solo, fuck it, Jacob Fatu, he's going to lose his title to a member of the Samoan legacy, the Samoan dynasty. He's going to lose it. He's not unless it's Randy. That's the issue. If you take that route, man, we get robbed to Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Man, there's a lot that could be booked here. But I still got Cody Rhodes winning tomorrow night. And those are my predictions. I fucking nose itches, man. Those are my predictions. I think those, I think I cooked. I think, honestly, real shit, between me having Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Liv Morgan, Nia Jax, LA Knight, Braun Breaker, I might have gone 7 for 7, or at least 6 for 7. Dude, let me stamp it right now. If I went 7 for 7 and I got everything right, I'm talking The Rock returns, Roman returns, Jimmy Uso returns. If Jimmy Uso is on TV right now, I'm going out and I'm betting on black tomorrow. Like literally. If Tiffany Stratton teases a cash in but doesn't, I'm also betting on black. If fucking Seth Rollins calls his CM Punk, I'm betting on black. If Damian Priest wins clean and gets confronted by Finn Balor at the end of it, I'm betting on black. If I did this shit correctly, and if I painted the scene of Sami Zayn waiting for the haluva kick, and he gets hit with the spear, 1, 2, 3, I am betting on black. Mark my fucking words, bro. Dude, if I went 7 for 7 and got that shit all correct, I wouldn't even know what to do. Wouldn't know what to do. And you know what? There's a chance there's a chance. A motherfucking chance that I got that shit right. All 7.